was a bold prediction.
That was not.
How?
The guy never played one snap in the NFL.
He's
I said
the
he'd have
FCS,
over 750.
he's the
fucking
college
rookie.
football leading receiver.
All right, let's. For those of you who don't know, Pip won a bet between me and him a couple of years ago. Cooper Kupp's rookie year. This is, mind you, this is when Pip was on the Hard Knocks bandwagon of Cooper Kupp because they were on TV on HBO that year. And our bet was as fair as one could possibly get. We had an over-under of 4.5 touchdowns for Cooper Kupp. He had 5. And we had over 750 receiving yards. I think he beat it by like less than 50 yards or something like that. So that's not bold at all. That's like what the Vegas line would have been for him. It would have been bold for you to say he had 1,000 yards and that hit, or 10 touchdowns in that hit. Neither of those things happened. He barely beat the bet that we were talking about, and you won it, but it wasn't bold.
Whatever you say, man.
Sure.
Whatever you say, man. So
That's what I'm saying.
let's go AFC first.
Okay.
Let's start with Ryan. Who do you think is going to win the AFC North, and what do you think?
So AFC North, I got Steelers going 10-6, winning the division. I got Browns right behind them at 10-6. I think they're going to have the same record, but I think the Steelers are going to win the division. I think the Ravens will go 8-8, and then the Bengals will go 4-12.
Okay.
That's my picks for the AFC North.
Angelo?
I have a very similar.
Do you have any beef about that?
No, I think the Steelers are going to win the division. I think the Steelers might actually get to like 11 or 12 wins, actually. I think the Browns, 9-7, 10-6 is realistic. Ravens lost some pieces on defense. Their offense, still, the jury's still out about Lamar Jackson being able to pass the ball. And now the teams have tape on him and how bad he looked against the Chargers in the playoffs last year.
He might get exploited, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a chance. I actually think the Bengals might win like 2 games. The Bengals, I think, are going to be the worst team in the NFL. I
think the Dolphins are worse than the Bengals, though.
Yeah, but Fitzpatrick's going to win the Dolphins like 3 games this year, just airing it out, just launching bombs downfield like Albert Wilson
Josh
and
Rosen's
Devonta
gonna wind up
Parker.
playing. I don't know why they wouldn't start Josh.
It's because like
not as good.
Look what Fitzpatrick did to
gotta
start
see
it
what you
last
have
year.
in
He gave
him.
him a shot, and that's why they're doing it with Fitzpatrick. That's why I believe they're starting him, is because he'll give them a shot to win, and then you find out what you have once you start off 0-3.
All right, so for the
That's
AFC,
North.
for the AFC North, I didn't get my predictions. The AFC North, nothing surprising here. Well, it's surprising to other people. Everybody's high on the Browns. Fuck the Browns. Fuck Odell Beckham Jr.
I don't think their defense.
This is
very good.
a classic Pip overreaction, just disliking Baker, disliking Odell.
No, I was one of the biggest Baker Mayfield.
I will
fans.
give that to Pip. He loved Baker, and now like with his recent comments, you kind of come out against him. But, yeah.
I have the Steelers winning the division.
Yeah, I mean,
I have the
what's your
Steelers.
record for them?
I have them. I think 11-5. 11-5.
Steelers at 11-5.
Steelers 11-5.
Ravens and Bengals.
Well, I'll give you the Browns a little bit later when we do the wild card. We'll see if
why
Pip's
would you
going to
not
have.
just give us their
No, you
records
gotta
right
give
now?
it,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
Did
my
you just
God.
give us
I have them.
fucking
I have them at
NFC
10-6.
Okay.
I think the Ravens. Everybody's a little. I don't know. Everybody's obsessed with Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson might
I
blow.
don't think he knows how to throw the football.
I agree.
very well.
I don't think you're going to see NFL defenses taking away the run. Period. End story. They're just going to force him to throw the ball, and I don't think he can. So
He's talented enough where I think he's going to break out no matter what kind of a defense they play every game. I think he's going to have he's always going to be a threat to break through a defense and run through, but he's not going to be able to do it consistently enough to win ball
NFL
games.
defenses are going to make them throw the ball, and
Yeah.
can he? That's the question. If he can, shit. I mean, some of the plays in the preseason that he made, the guy is just unbelievably quick.
So then,
I have them. I have them.
Bengals at.
I had them
what
going
is their record?
7-9. The Ravens.
Oh, okay.
So
The
it's
Ravens.
the Bengals.
The
at 7-9.
Bengals. I have them winning 3 games.
Okay, 3-13. I
mean,
like
just-
that. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just
I
look
have
at their
them at
schedule. They have some winnable games. Like they could beat the Bills. They could beat the Cardinals.
I think the Bills
But-
are going to be good this year.
So who's next? AFC East.
I mean, this is the
No shocker.
This is the
here. I mean,
Patriots.
gosh.
Patriots are going to win probably 12, 13 games like they always do.
Like, I'm sorry to all the Patriots fans out there. I know we have some Patriots fans that listen to the podcast. Look, I'm not taking away anything. Well, first of all, I am. The Giants beat them twice in the Super Bowl. Besides that fact, look, the Patriots are great. Bill Belichick's great. Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm not taking away anything, but gosh darn it.
Why
I know,
do you say that every
Because
fucking episode?
it
You
pisses
know
you
it
off.
pisses me off.
Exactly. That's why I
You sound
do
like
it.
a 3-year-old.
Gosh darn it. The AFC East has been one of the worst divisions in football for the past.
Patriots have been a lock.
10 years.
No, I mean like
the Jets when they had fucking Mark Sanchino.
Yeah, Rex Ryan. The Jets were good when Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez was, but they were never
wild
a real
card both years though.
No, I mean
that division is
the Patriots have been
horseshit.
mostly uncontested for the entirety of their run.
I mean,
Okay,
but that's not their fault. That's not their fault.
For our AFC.
Angelo, you got
The Pats are going to probably go somewhere between, I think, 12-4, 13-3 is realistic. I think the Jets and the Bills, it's week 2 they play each other. I believe it's week 2, right? Week 2 they play each other. I think the winner of that game will actually have a winning record. The winner of the Jets-Bills game week 2 will surprise people and have like a 9-7 record.
I think it is unfair
Wild
to
card?
say.
I don't know if they're going to.
The only I kind of agree with you, but the only thing that I think is unfair to say is it's in New York. Obviously they're both from New York, but it's at MetLife.
Poor Buffalo fans.
So
They're just not a
if
part
the
of New
Bills play well and they lose by 3 on the road, that doesn't necessarily mean that their season's shot.
No, I'm not saying. I think just the winner of that game is going to go 9-7. The loser will go 7-9 or 8-8.
Shout out Connor McHugh. I know he's a big time
He's a
Buffalo
big
Bills fan. Maybe we'll have him on talk.
We got to
talk
have him
Bills.
on here sometime soon. If you're listening, we'll get you on within this month. That's for sure.
Your AFC East.
Okay, so
Predictions, Ryan.
I don't think you said the records for.
Then I said the Bills are going to go 9-7, Jets 7-9, and then the Dolphins are going to compete with the Bengals as the worst team in the NFL. I still think the Bengals are going to be worse. I think the Bengals. There's an opportunity where the Bengals win like 2 games this year, but the Bengals and the Dolphins do play each other later in the season. And
That's the toilet bowl.
Yeah, the winner of that game will have the second pick, and the loser will have the first pick.
That's the toilet bowl.
Okay, so I got my AFC East standings as Patriots are going 13-3 this year. I think the Bills are going 9-7. The Bills actually low-key have one of the best defenses in football. They do.
The Bills are actually playing the Jets week 1. I apologize.
Is it week 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking at it right now.
Anyways, so I think the Bills are actually a good team. I think Josh Allen, given what he had around him last year, I think Josh Allen's a stud. I think him with Cole Beasley is a potential for a lot of receptions, a lot of yards between those two, and I love their defense. I think I have them going 9-7. Then I have the Jets going 8-8. I know they had Le'Veon Bell, and I know they got some pieces around him. Maybe they think that Sam Darnold's about to take a big step forward, but I still don't think their offensive line is where it should be for them to be that, competitive for a playoff spot. Then I have the Dolphins going 3-13. I think they're terrible. It's pretty simple.
I have the Pats going 12-4, winning division. No shocker there. I hate the Jets. Not gonna lie. I think Sam Darnold is gonna be a solid QB. He's gonna have a solid career. I think he's gonna be slightly above average. A lot of people, however, think he's gonna be fucking the greatest quarterback since.
I feel like you also partially have a sort of just built-in disdain for Sam Darnold in the sense that you didn't like that people said that he should be taken before Saquon.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, you're admitting that it's biased, and you're saying he's not.
No.
He
But
exhibited down the stretch the fact that he could be a
I'm
franchise
also
quarterback.
I'm also looking at just him playing. I mean, he's a solid player, but
down the stretch.
he's also
he was one of the
you
best
also haven't
quarterbacks in the NFL
but you
last
also
year.
haven't seen him with a great line. So I'll give him another year. But I think he's going to be a slightly above average quarterback, a little less than everybody thinks. I got the Jets going 7-9. I have the Bills going 6-10.
So Pip's doing this on the fly. I didn't think about this before.
Pip didn't think about it.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Or
think
he
about
just
the
doesn't know
records.
the Bills as a
I
team.
didn't think about the records. Who's running the ball in Buffalo? Devin Singletary.
And Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, fucking
Frank
the
Gore
ageless
Or
wonder.
is timeless.
He's getting 150 carries this year. You can lock it in. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing.
AFC South.
AFC South. I guess I'll go first. I got Texans going 9-7. Jaguars, I think they're going to take a step forward from last year, getting Nick Foles. They'll be 8-8. I had the Colts at 7-9. Just losing Andrew Luck was a big hit, and then I had the Titans going 6-10.
Titans. You think Mariota finishes the year?
No.
I think Tannehill's a lot better. I do. I think he's more of an NFL quarterback, and Tannehill's shown that he's an actual good quarterback when he's playing, and he hasn't had that good of a team around him. So I really think if he's given a shot, if he stays healthy in Tennessee, they do have a good offensive line. Maybe he can do something and shock me, but I think he's definitely better than Marcus Mariota.
I actually think the Texans are going to win the division as well, but I think 9-7 is a little bit of a underestimation of how well they're going to be. I think they have a good defense, not great, But they
Losing
have
Clowney hurts.
Yeah, but they still have one of the best.
He's
defensive
overrated,
players.
to be quite honest.
He's
good.
He's a good player.
He's very good.
Dude, he should be way better.
But he's
on
still
that
good.
defensive line with J.J. Watt. I mean, come on.
I agree with you, but I still think he's very, very.
And the Texans 10-6, 11-5 is a possibility. Deshaun Watson's a very good player. They now have Laramie Tunsil to block. They have one of the best wide receiving cores in the NFL. So I think 10-6, 11-7. I actually think the Colts also.
7.
Well, I say 11-7?
11-5.
11-5, sorry. I think the
So
Colts.
now there's 18 games in the season.
Yeah, there will be soon, maybe.
There will be.
Yeah, so
2025, there will be.
Yeah, so the Colts, I actually think, are being underestimated in a sense where, yes, they lost Andrew Luck, but their whole infrastructure around Jacoby Brissett is better than people think. They have an elite offensive line. They have a good running back. They have solid wide receivers and a very good tight
Great
ends.
defense.
Then they have a very good defense. So I think the Colts can actually go 9-7.
I agree.
Maybe take the division away from the Texans, depending on how well the head-to-head games go. And the Jaguars have been such a shit show as far as just the last couple of years. I mean, 2 years ago they were a couple drives away from beating the Patriots, going to the Super Bowl. They blew that. Last year was a disaster. So I think
last year, if they had a decent quarterback,
last year,
it would
I
have
think last year was an
changed the whole
anomaly.
narrative on them. And their defense underperformed. Jalen Ramsey was really the only one who played up to par. Calais Campbell too, but I mean,
I think 8-8,
think
9-7 is within reach.
Yeah,
I just don't think.
I agree,
I don't think they're going to be better than the Colts. I don't think they're better than the Texans. And I think the Titans are also going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. Especially they have their best offensive lineman suspended for 4 games. To why Lawin, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Taylor Lewin.
Yeah, him. He's gone for a couple games. I think they're going to figure out Mariota's not the answer. That
Taylor Lewan.
Yeah, Mariota is worse than people think. I think Mariota is awful.
I do too.
He's just so. I mean,
it's college quarterback.
The Titans, Derrick Henry is okay, but no one's blocking for him. So
yeah, AFC South. I'm a lot
Who has
higher.
their record?
Who?
The Texans.
Texans?
The Titans.
The Titans. I think
Titans.
they're going to win 5 games.
Okay, fair. They have a good defense, and defense actually gets you some wins here and there. So
That's
I
true.
agree with that.
I'm actually very high on the Texans. I have them winning the division like you guys, but I have them going 12-4.
Okay.
I think Deshaun Watson has an MVP caliber year. I'm actually going to lock him in for my MVP of this season. I think he's going to have an unbelievable season. That defense is good. I love Bill O'Brien. I think they just play some great football this year.
I hear that. I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world to say that, and I just think it's tough to say that Deshaun Watson's the MVP with the lack of good offensive linemen around him. And I'm just personally not too high on their bandwagon, but that's just me.
Next, another bold prediction because why wouldn't I have bold predictions? I got the Jaguars going 10-6 and getting a wild card spot.
I like that.
I am very high on Nick Foles.
I like that.
Very high on D.D. Westbrook. Obviously, Tom Coughlin, G-Men. Come on.
You like Fournette?
Who's their head coach? He went to
Doug Marrone.
Doug Marrone. Shout out Doug Marrone. Went to Lehigh High School in the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx with G. Pip. Same graduating class. Doug Marrone, the guy, the GOAT. I think Fournette stays healthy. I think they're going to have a better overall team chemistry. And gosh darn it, Blake Bortles is gone. Blake Bortles was one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that poor bastard could not throw the football. He's gone. They're going to be better. Obviously, that defense is good. Lock the Jaguars in for a wild card spot.
And then you spoke more, and I disliked it.
We'll just move on from
what do you guys? What do you think about that?
I
don't
think they
think
actually
about it.
could be very good this
Yeah,
year. I don't think that's wrong. I just didn't like how you said what you
Yeah.
said.
So
Wait, whoa! I didn't finish my AFC South
Today,
So, yeah, let's
Christ.
go.
We've got places to go.
Then my AFC South. The
Literally
rest,
picking up my sheet right now to see the players, the teams in these
players.
fucking divisions.
I think the Colts are going to be better than people think with Jacoby Brissett. I have them going 6-10. Still
that's not
good.
better than people think.
That's exactly where people think
that
they're
actually
gonna
might even be below where people.
I know,
might be.
but they're going to play in a tough division. I have the Texans.
not the
I have the
toughest
Texans
division.
and
Oh my
Jaguars
God.
being very
They're
good
the
this
most
year.
even division, but they're
Yeah.
definitely not the
Okay.
most.
We'll continue on.
Then
Wild
we got
card.
the AFC West.
Oh, wow. Yeah, West.
AFC West.
AFC West.
I think the Chiefs are going to be awesome again this year. I think that I have them actually as a potential Super Bowl pick. I have them
Wow.
going 12-4. What is there sarcasm in that pick?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can take shots as much as you want. I think they're going to be awesome this year. I have them going 12-4. I think the Chargers pick up right where they left off last year, outside of them getting smacked by the Patriots. I have them going 11-5. Then I think the Raiders take a step forward. I think with the addition of AB and some other pieces around them as well, I think the Raiders